Due to their rarity and unusual manner of thinking, Sigma guys can be a challenging problem for most people to solve. Some individuals mistakenly believe that because they tend to be quiet and restrained on the outside, they could be simple to control or exploit. But nothing could be further from the truth than that. Sigma males are a complete nightmare to tamper with and push past their boundaries because of their complex inner nature. Let's go through some of the key reasons why it is best to avoid tampering with Sigma males. They are more knowledgeable than they admit. When it comes to social situations, Sigma males are reservists by nature. Sigma guys are glad to take the back seat and prefer to spend their time on internal activities like learning and pondering rather than trying to steal the spotlight and be the center of attention. They are therefore extremely bright and frequently conceal a great deal of information. The ability to retaliate when people try to tamper with a Sigma man can be significantly underestimated by those around them because Sigma males do not flaunt their knowledge to get the respect of others. They respond logically. When most people are mistreated, they typically respond out of emotion rather than from a position of logic and reason. Being the victim of injustice may be a very upsetting experience, thus this is a perfectly reasonable reaction. Sigma males, on the other hand, are remarkably adept at maintaining composure in the face of emotionally trying circumstances and maintaining the capacity to respond logically, even when others would break down and react emotionally. Sigma males can stand back from stressful situations and consider their options calmly. This makes it extremely challenging to overcome them through emotional manipulation techniques. They have a strong sense of justice. As Sigma males spend a lot of their time reflecting on the world around them, they tend to form a very strong sense of the values that they hold in life. They are not interested in one-upping the people around them and conduct themselves with a strong sense of justice. This means they are quick to call out unfair or cruel treatment that they see around them, and means that they won't stand for what they feel is a lack of justice in the way others treat them. They are quite perceptive. Like many introverted personality types, Sigma males are keen observers of everything that is going on in their environment. Sigma males are always paying attention to what is going on around them, even if they are just sitting quietly in a corner of the room. They seldom ever miss an observation. Because of their keen sense of observation, they are very aware of their environment and will very immediately recognize any attempts to manipulate them. People that try to mess with a Sigma man rarely find themselves going very far into their plan since they act swiftly and do what they can to stop this behavior. They frequently recover. The sheer resiliency of a Sigma guy is one of its most notable traits. Sigma guys are lone wolves who are aware that to survive on their own, they must possess a strong sense of inner control and resilience. They learn to pick themselves up and recover from even the most trying situations because they do not rely on others to solve their problems for them. When someone tries to knock a Sigma male down, they quickly learn that once he is down, he will always find a way to get back up and rise to the challenge. They are fiercely motivated. The fact that Sigma guys are so tenacious in all they do contributes to some of their resilience throughout life. Sigmas don't make goals at random or to impress people. They create realistic goals for themselves and consider everything they do carefully and honestly. This makes it extremely challenging to influence a Sigma guy from the road he has decided to forge for himself, regardless of what cunning or manipulative techniques a person attempts to use. People with bad intentions usually find out quite fast that messing with a Sigma male's determination may be dangerous. They know how to manipulate a situation. Just because Sigma males choose to keep to themselves and rarely interfere with others' business, it doesn't mean that they don't know how to, should that be what they want. Sigma males have a unique approach to life that allows them to think outside of the box and find ways to pull the strings of life that others would never come up with. People who try to mess with a Sigma male usually underestimate his ability to take matters into his own hands and reassert control over his circumstances. Sigma males usually choose to put their powers of manipulation to good use, but if you try to mess with them, it's best to beware of this ability. They won't put up with abuse. Sigma males have no time for games since they are extremely concentrated and resolute in their approach to life. They don't waste any time pointing out inappropriate behavior when they feel it's being done to them or when they're being treated unfairly. The Sigma male's swift and fearless ability to call out these games can be disarming and stop people in their tracks if they are accustomed to using other people's backs to accomplish what they want in life. They're not afraid to speak their minds. The reason that Sigma males don't tolerate any kind of mistreatment is because of their complete lack of fear when it comes to speaking their minds. Although they might appear quiet and mild to the outside, the inner strength of a Sigma male is a force to be reckoned with. They can be surprisingly assertive in how bluntly and honestly they speak their minds when they feel someone is trying to mess with them. Their arguments are always well formulated. Sigma males are highly intelligent, and this is one of their greatest weapons in life. They think carefully about everything they say and do, and trying to outsmart a Sigma male truly is a fool's errand. People who find themselves trying to get the better of a Sigma male will usually find that he is capable of running intellectual circles around them. Trying to mess with a Sigma male or make him look stupid often just results in nothing more than the bad actor making themselves look like a fool. They know their limits. Part of the reason why Sigma males are so capable of calling out behavior that they don't appreciate is that they know exactly where their limits lie. Sigma males spend a lot of their downtime thinking about their inner selves and getting to know what their boundaries and limits are. With this in mind, they are quickly able to identify any attempt on the behalf of others to violate these boundaries. Testing the limits of a Sigma male is risky business because you can be sure that those limits are most certainly there for a reason. Their anger can be intimidating. It's quite a rare sight to see a Sigma male in a state of anger. His usual temperament is calm and reserved, and they are incredibly difficult to get a rise out of. That being said, when a Sigma male does get angry, it can be a pretty intimidating thing to witness. Part of the reason why Sigma males can be so frightened when they are angry is precise because people are used to them being calm and chilled out. You have to be a nasty piece of work to move a Sigma male to anger, but if it does happen, prepare to be in for a shock. They never forget. In addition to having a high IQ, Sigma guys have elephant-like memory. They are incredibly observant, therefore they recall everything that occurs to them. Having a good memory is essential for accomplishing the growth and self-improvement that Sigma males are so preoccupied with. They never forget when someone has tried to trick them, thanks to their excellent memories. Although Sigma guys are too logical to harbor resentments, they will undoubtedly recall instances when someone has tried to sabotage them. A Sigma guy will never forget if you have turned yourself into an enemy, even if he remains nice and respectful to you afterward. They will always get their way in the end. This is something that should not be forgotten. The determination, rational thinking, and high intellect of a Sigma male mean that in the end, he will almost always succeed and triumph. A Sigma male knows what he wants, and will stop at nothing until he manifests the path he strives to walk in life. While it may appear at first that messing with a Sigma male is giving you the upper hand, this won't last forever. Ultimately, a Sigma male always bounces back and gets his way in the end. He's comfortable in his skin. You may have noticed that Sigma males are highly confident. That's because they are comfortable in their skins and, unlike alphas, don't have the need to receive outside accolades or validation. He likes who he is and, better still, he knows who he is and what he's about. It radiates from him. It's not that he doesn't have normal human insecurities. He just doesn't dwell on them and is quite happy with himself. He influences others. While the Sigma male doesn't take on the alpha's leadership roles, he still manages to influence other people. He tends to be a trendsetter without even trying. Because he's so easygoing and likable, people want to be like him. He inspires other people without even trying, or sometimes even noticing. He doesn't play by anyone's rules but his own. The Sigma man has the reputation for being rebellious, but rebellion implies that he is reacting to other people or outside events. He's not. The Sigma male doesn't care about society's rules and norms, so he's not rebelling when he makes a decision that falls outside typical behavior for his peers. He's just being himself and making up his own rules for life. You may even notice he's happier. He's not following anyone's timeline but his own, and his life is richer for it. The Sigma male doesn't care what other people think of him. He genuinely doesn't care what other people think of him. The Sigma male isn't insensitive. He just doesn't make decisions based on what other people would do in his situation. Instead, he trusts his intuition and is guided by his thoughts, feelings, and experiences. Because he's a seeker of knowledge, he'll do his independent research to be well informed rather than relying on social media or YouTube videos to inform his thinking. He's emotionally intelligent. Far from being insensitive, this lone wolf archetype is highly emotionally intelligent. He's not always socially intelligent since crowds and people aren't his things, but he's emotionally astute. He can read the room like no other, and he's quite good at helping mediate conflict since he intuitively knows just what to say and do to diffuse a situation. While he avoids drama, he'll stand up for other people and even help to escalate conflict when he can. In relationships, the Sigma male is sensitive to his partner's needs. While the alpha male may engage in relational power struggles, the Sigma male does not need to do this. He understands that all relationships require balance and has the sensitivity to figure out how best to nurture the people in his life without having to be told what they want or need. He's highly self-motivated and driven. Sigma males may not get the societal credit that alpha males do, but don't think they're not as ambitious. They may not care about climbing corporate ladders to get a corner office or reaching other key leadership positions, but that doesn't mean they're not working hard and reaching goals. The Sigma male is self-motivated and has an internal drive to meet his standards. His goals may not be typical, but you can be sure that whatever they are, he's working toward them diligently, often quietly and behind the scenes. He's successful. Because the Sigma male is self-motivated and driven, it's no real surprise that he's also successful in all that he does. He's often equally as successful as the alpha male without trying to compete or elevate himself. He works hard, plays hard, and enjoys his life, and it shows. He shies away from commitment. While the Sigma male is emotionally astute and often emotionally available, this doesn't mean he's looking for commitment. The Sigma male may keep things casual because he values his space and freedom. He may not be interested in commitment, but because he's emotionally intelligent, he'll tell you if this is the case. It's not something he'll hide to manipulate you. This doesn't mean Sigma males never commit. They're just highly selective about the partners they choose. If they do prefer a relationship, they'll take their time to make sure they're choosing someone compatible with their lifestyle. He's incredibly charming. One of the first things you may notice about the Sigma male is his charm. It's not as obvious as the more gregarious alpha male, but it's there all the same. The Sigma male has a magnetic presence, and his emotional intelligence serves him well when he joins a social situation. He may not follow all the social norms, but he'll charm you nonetheless. He's somewhat mysterious. Maybe it's his unwillingness to commit or his lone wolf tendencies, but the Sigma male seems a bit mysterious. His desire for solitude and contemplation could lend that air of mystery and make him seem a bit off limits and thus more desirable. Because he doesn't settle down quickly or settle at all, he can seem like a puzzle to solve. He's not trying to be mysterious though. It's just a side effect of his wonderful self-assurance. He's a great listener. While the alpha male dominates conversations and the beta male sits back and waits for his turn, the Sigma male has perfected the art of listening, truly listening. He's not waiting for his turn to talk. He's hearing what you're saying as well as reading between the lines. He gives you his undivided attention while he's doing it, and it can make you feel like the only person in the room. He's capable of leadership but doesn't seek it out. The Sigma male has all the qualities of a great leader, but he's not one to seek out attention or leadership. He's more like the hero in the film who has responsibility thrust on him and rises to the occasion. The Sigma male is more likely to lead by example, leading without even trying to do it. He sets trends and influences others, but he's not interested in dominating anyone else. He'd much rather collaborate and see everyone succeed than be the one who stands out and takes all the credit. He values equality. This type of man is a strong believer in equality. He's not into the social hierarchy even though he is often placed on it in an equal place to the alpha. He doesn't think of people in terms of who is better and who is worse. He's just not that kind of person. He treats other people with the respect and dignity he wants to be treated with, and you'll never find the Sigma male talking down to servers at a restaurant or the people who pick up his garbage. He adapts easily. The Sigma male can slide into any social scenario and seem comfortable. It's not because he just loves socializing either. He just adapts that easily. He reads the room, figures out who he can vibe with, and he makes it all look so easy. Of course, it's easy to adapt when you genuinely don't care what other people think of you and trust your inner judgment instead. He's self-aware. One difference between Sigma males and their alpha and beta counterparts is that the Sigma male tends to be self-aware. He knows he's not perfect, but he's not making his flaws part of the personality that you'll just have to deal with if you want to be around him. And he works on them. He's doing the deep inner work of owning his baggage, and he's self-aware enough to admit to mistakes and apologize as needed.